Jump up on the one, and you're having fun. Woo! You're doing the hot swing. Hey, hey. Question. Does anybody know about the quake? Bullshit. Can't get off until you make the line shake. Everybody clap your hands. Come on. Let's jam, y'all. Let's jam. Woo! Don't wait for your neighbor. Relax in there. Doing the hot swing. All right. Now you got, let's do the twist. A little bit harder than you did. Switch to six. A little bit faster than you did. Switch to seven. Twist to a sister. Go to heaven. Come on, y'all. We got a jam. All the police come. Through this funky. It's on the run. Like a root, y'all. Check your body. See, they must stand up. Wait. 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 Hot wait. Everybody jump up and down. Hot wait. There's a brand new groove going around. Hot wait. In your city, in your funky town. Hot wait. Game boys in the park. Game boys, we pumping it up. Woo! Come on. Coming up. Game boys. In the house. Coming up. Game boys. Coming up.
Wow, man, I was 19 or 20.
Wow.
Yeah, man, you took me way back. Oh,
So-
back to- yeah.
So were you behind the drums wearing tight no draws spandex pants also?
No, no. I looked like the ruler of a small African nation. I look like she's your queen to be. I look like that dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
That
to
was
Funky
nasty though, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you up.
No, that's all right.
You got my temperature up now. You got my blood pressure up.
Oh man. Welcome to Funkatopia Live. I'm your host, Mr. Christopher. That is the co-host, Mr. Michael Blair.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Indie face. Indie face. Yes, he says it so high. In the face. Yeah, look at us. Look at us on the screen. We ain't supposed to be here, but we decided to come on anyway and just
liars.
start trouble. Yeah, just lying. Yeah.
You know, it's actually kind of funny because the fam was going to the fair. We have it's a county fair that's happening thing. I don't ride the rides because the rides terrorize me, because it terrified me, because they've put these rides up in like overnight, and it's like and then I like all the circus type food, or the fair type food that's kind of crazy, but they don't like all the stuff that you see on TV and on the Food Network channels and stuff. They don't ever have those at these fairs. It's always the same stuff, always the fried Oreos and the funnel cakes, and it's like it's like, okay, I don't know.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, I mean, it's okay. It's just, and of course it's just the hustle and bustle of the fair. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, I guess. But when you called and said, "Hey, I looks like I'm going to be free tonight," I'm like, yeah, I would rather do.
All right, I thought about leaving you alone, man, but it's so much has been going on lately. I'm like, nah, you might want to get on and air this out a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
And I've been pretty busy too. I mean, in the interim, I know I always kind of feel like whenever we don't do a live show, that I feel like I should be doing something to make up for it. And I mean, obviously one of the things that we did is that all those gifts and stuff went out to the Patreon supporters.
Sure.
So there was that. Plus I also did, and not one, but 2 interviews. I did a interview. Neither one of them have aired yet, but I did an interview on Wednesday night. And for Scott Goldfine's show, he did the 20 best funk songs from Prince. And so we had to come up with like our top 5, and then we kind of went one by one and went around, or did a round table. So that's going to be coming. And then I also did another one last night with the Purple Nerd channel, who's maybe in the house here, and we just talked about 1999, and we kind of picked our favorite songs to least songs, actually least favorite songs to favorite songs on 1999. So 11-1. And that's going to be coming out in a few weeks. So I'm not going to
ask you what you chose then. We'll wait.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it for them. I am kind of, with Scott Goldfine, I was kind of a little bit annoyed at myself that I didn't think to do that, like doing a show, man. It's like,
listen, I didn't know that was like an area you wanted to work in, man. I got plenty of ideas for that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, and
you do too. Yeah. I mean, just, if you want to do that, we can do that.
And I reached out to Eric Rogers of the, and we're going to be doing a show that talks about collectibles from Prince, some of the most valuable collectibles, some of the stuff that's out there, some of the more unusual things, and harder to find stuff.
Eric 5 and Dime is who we're talking about. The Paisley 5 and Dime.
Yeah, Paisley 5 and Dime. Yeah, so we're gonna have so we're gonna have him on, and we're gonna have him on, and we're gonna talk about some collectibles and whatnot. But cool. It's been good. So Tony M just texted me. And he was just like, my man, he must have saw the video clip. He saw the video clip. So that's cool. Yeah, Tony, if you want to jump in, I gave you the address. You know how to jump in. We have a little secret back door for our guests that
sure, yeah, absolutely, man.
That they can drop in on any show. So we just kind of just leave it open, and it's like, hey, you want to come? That's gonna be great.
Sure.
Man, let me just. Yeah, is somebody saying that there's an issue?
Somebody was saying that they said frozen and something. But then they said no, it's all good now.
Okay, that's all good. And let me just go ahead and just make sure that we say hello to all you fine folks that have been in here. Darling Nikki, what is going on? Vas Christian, Vas Christian's coming in from London. And let me just say, I love some of the stuff that if you guys are on X, you need to follow Vas Christian, this dude right here. You need to follow him on Twitter, and also Baron 3121. There's so much great stuff. A lot of some of the clips I get are just things that they are just like serious hardcore diggers, man, and it's just a lot of fun to kind of follow them. Samantha from Milwaukee, what's going on? Henry from Los Angeles, Christina from Minneapolis. I guess you should put your stuff up here. Terry from California, what is going on? Yeah, Joni says P's dancing always shines brightest when he's doing choreography. Watch out, MJ. Those debate things. We've talked about that debate before, like who's the better dancer between Prince and Michael Jackson, and it's just like,
listen,
that's a real tough one.
MJ is come on, man.
Michael Jackson is kind of like he's a beast, dude. He's
I mean, I'd rather go see Prince, but Prince ain't a better dancer than Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael
Jackson was like on a level of his own as a dancer when he was 6. Come on now.
And there's a little shout out for you from Miles. Miles Matisse says what makes the concert incredible sounding is Michael Bland. First and foremost,
Miles. You know what? That Miles Matisse has been a real supporter of mine, man, over the years. He's, I don't know if we've ever actually met, but he's always just sent me words of encouragement from peers, and just a really nice guy. I hope to meet you one day, Miles.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Plane, man. You seem like a really cool dude.
Speaking of which, I had Andrew, the Funkatopian, that was in town in Atlanta. I actually did meet up with them this weekend on Saturday. Matter of fact, we went to a Mexican restaurant up this way, and we sat with him and his partner watching the Bulldogs, the Georgia game. And so we were just having a good time, just eating tacos and nachos, and
tacos and nachos and tacos are pretty much the same thing, aren't they?
Well, tacos actually have meat in them. Nachos is just the actual chips and salsa. So
okay, chips. I got you.
Yeah.
Me, nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah, put some cheese down, some dead animal flesh down, some jalapenos, some sour cream, some guacamole. I mean, that's almost everything I'd put on a taco, I'd put on my nachos.
Oh, I don't blame you. It's all good. I mean, Mexican food is literally a Bo Magic from Knoxville. I see you. Mexican food is literally just a variation of like the same 5 ingredients, just in different forms. It's just
Taco
like
Bell is still in business. It's an easy recipe to replicate.
Yes, Richard
and
said
expand upon.
Richard Lynch says the estate said there will be no days off for Funkatopia. Right. Give them some
at this point. We are working because Lundell, right? Lundell is watching.
Yeah, well, and we don't know if they're. I don't know. I do know that they watch. They probably don't watch it live. I've seen them in the chat room and whatnot, but they normally don't say anything. And I don't blame them because we kind of have this delicate balance in our folks of. People that are, obviously all for Prince and all for the estate and just kind of moving this stuff with Prince. And then we have other folks that really have some issues with some of the things that are going on and the way, and we're going to, I've already done an Around the World in a Day show on Friday night. I did a little brief, but we're still going to talk about it with the general group here.
I think we got it. What's going on, Steve Park?
What's going on? Hey man, what's going on? And there's so many folks I want to say hello to here. Let's Jeffrey says, where is Michael B's 10-piece bucket of chicken hat?
See, they never let you forget.
No, that's right. I mean, they never let Prince forget his assless pants either. So it's like, once you got something,
I abandoned that 3 years before I got fired. Man. You don't see it in the Gold video, do you? Yeah. You don't see it in the Rock and Roll is Alive video, do you? That's ancient history, bro.
And Ann Smith, I do see your question. I am starring questions for later when we get to the Q&A segment.
Popeyes was better.
They had when they had the preseason football games. Matter of fact, shout out to the Falcons, by the way, who went up.
Right.
Well, let me just say, the Vikings did great. I really feel for you guys right now that JJ is hurt and he's going to be out a couple games. But the reason why I say, obviously, ATL, I'm a big Falcons fan. You guys have seen me wear Falcons gear. I really thought you guys were going to win that night, but I did not know how much work the Falcons put in to look as they were really dangerous. I mean, the way they got it, JJ, and the way the way they're playing, obviously the bad part is that we got Tampa Bay in our division here, and Tampa Bay is, but Mayfield's playing lights out, dude. It's just like, jeez.
See, the good thing about this for me is I'm not a football fan.
Yeah, so I mean, that's
don't
fine.
Care.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But there's people in here who can appreciate what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
Let's just see
thousands of Vikings crying their beer Sunday. Whatever.
Yeah, Miles said he met you before. You met at the Together show. Yeah, but see, the problem is that there was a line of people going out the door.
When I was meeting, 200 other people, and that guy on the stage was giving everybody a hard time. Hey, gotta get off.
Yeah. He was. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Hey, here's what, and I don't remember who that guy was. He was with the venue.
He worked for the venue.
For the venue, but what I had a problem with, for those that weren't at the Together show, what I had a problem with was that he, at the beginning of the show, you made it very, very clear everybody's welcome to come on the stage after the show, before the show. I mean, obviously not during the show, but let's keep it open. If they want to come back, it's all good. Let them do what they want to do.
We want to meet. I talked to
I was there.
The top guy. Yeah. I said, these people are not strangers to us, man. We don't need protection from those people. Those people are our people. And he was like, I've never heard anybody make such a request before. I said, they can go wherever they want, man. They're here to see us, but we're also here to meet them,
Bruce Dickinson singing the national anthem is Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden? That who I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't see the game. But is that who we're talking about? Or we're talking about Bruce Dickinson is the guy's name from
he's
Iron
missing
Maiden,
an E in if he's talking about the lead singer of Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I think, is that who you're talking about? I don't know that person. Yeah. But anyways, yes, they did give props for Paisley Park during it. Matter of fact, I stopped it and I actually recorded it. And here it is if you missed it, if you weren't watching that football game, because Paisley Park actually got a little bit of a clip. And check this out. Here's right here.
All right.
Tonight's SNF sights are provided by Nationwide. Picture of Paisley Park, originally built by Minnesota's own Prince. Now a museum. People from all over the globe love his music, loved his wonderful talents over the years. Come to check it out. What an artist. Fourth quarter here in Minnesota. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. 12-6.
Oh, man, that groove was kind of grumpy, man. I like that.
I don't know who that is. Yes.
You need it. Funky right there.
Yeah. So that was a little bit of it was good. I stopped what I was doing and I recorded it and I put it on Facebook. And then I think Charles put it out like a few hours later or a couple hours later. He put it on his Twitter account.
Sure.
And then of course Paisley Park put out that when it was a lot nicer and clear and you could actually hear everything. So it was good. Great. Yeah, and I thought it was really, really cool. They actually used a drone, I guess, to fly through because the camera work was just amazing. It
was hot, man. Yeah.
It always amazes me, these people that are these drone operators that, when they have those, I don't know if you've ever seen the races and stuff they do with the drones where they have an entire course, they kind of go through and they got to go under and over and up and around. It's like, God dang. So, it's definitely makes it easier. Yeah, we got a little bit to talk about. Obviously, a couple of things of note that necessarily aren't purple related, but happy birthday, 100th birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to the one and only BB King.
Oh, wow, man.
He would have been 100 today. It is one of my biggest regrets that I never got an opportunity to see him live. I never got a chance to see him live. I've seen a lot of shows that have been have a lot of stars and guests and whatnot on. And I'm trying to remember if there was ever like a show, you know, I don't know, like a Ringo Starr all-star type of thing.
Oh yeah, I got you.
And I was trying to remember but I don't think I've never had an opportunity to see BB King live, and that was a big regret of mine. But yeah, he's 100 today. 100.
Listen, man, the first time I saw BB was in like 1991, and the Glam Slam booked him. So I was in the DJ booth with a nice looking lady.
BB King played the Glam Slam?
Yes. And,
wow, that is cool.
We were in the DJ booth checking it out, and he got to that part of the show where he's where he keeps playing that one note till everybody in the room starts standing up. And so I had to get on up too, man. I'm like, oh man, BB.
That's actually funny that you say that, because whenever I'm listening to the radio or anything music in the car, if there's a guitar solo or something that's repetitive, there's only about like 4 or 5 seconds of it, maybe closer to 10 seconds of it before my wife is changing the channel. I don't know. It's something that, like, if I hear like Allman Brothers where they're going it's something that's really very repetitive.
Yeah.
I smiled to myself and I said, and she's going to change the station in 3, 2.
That gentleman needs more conjunctive tissue in his soloing style. Wow.
Yeah, she has no patience for the.
Get on with it. You play it, go. Get on with it. What else are you gonna say?
She's out. She's like, click.
I don't know why, but you just conjured a story in my brain. Prince told me he went to see the Woodstock movie with his dad.
What?
And Prince's dad was like crazy with music, just like a different type of person completely. And he said never go to a concert film with your parents. He said, I went to see Woodstock with my dad. He said during 10 years after, when Alvin Lee was taking that guitar solo,
wow.
He said I'm going home, see my gal. That's that thing. He said after about the 4th time he did that, Prince said his dad said, he's been saying he's going home for about 20 minutes. Now when are you gonna go? Bye.
That's one of the things I noticed about BB King too. That's all blues though. They always it's the same line repeated, repeat over and over.
It's the same notes. The only person who lyrically
too.
Yes, 2 and 1. It's a format.
Yeah.
But Buddy Guy, man, I asked this guitar player who actually was mentored by Buddy Guy. I said, how does he pull out like those hard rock riffs, man? Like every once in a while, Buddy will switch over from the blues into like some heavy metal kind of. I've seen it, man. I've seen it many times. Like Buddy has got, it's blues, but there's some hard rock going on with Buddy.
He's still with us, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because I know Chuck Berry just recently passed, right?
Well, not too long ago.
Yeah, not too long ago. But I think Buddy Guy is still, and it's like very, very limited shows that Buddy does. I remember seeing this, right? But anyways, happy 100th birthday to BB King.
BB.
Did Prince ever get on the stage with BB King? I'm not aware of him.
I don't think he would. He had a lot of respect for BB because if you can get a standing ovation just playing one note till the Prince don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, it's just,
that's when you're playing from where you live. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of confidence to just get with me. To entice the whole audience with one note.
Yes, Eddie. Confirm Buddy is still with us. Yes.
Good. I haven't had a chance to play with him yet.
Yeah. It's cool. We'll
damn right I got the blues.
And you say it again.
Must be crazy. Woman, you must be crazy.
Also, rest in peace. That happened either late last night or early this morning to
Oh man,
Robert Redford, who passed away at the age of 89.
I was just thinking about him a couple days ago, man. I don't know how my mind was like, I don't have any reason to think about Robert Redford. A couple days ago, I was like, wow, he really did a lot. And then I was like, is that his real name? Or is that some Hollywood like Clark Gable, Robert Redford? You know what I'm saying? Like from the era when people used, I guess people still use, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, the reason why for those listening on audio, I'm showing a picture right now from a scene with Barbra Streisand and Robert Redford that's taken from The Way We Were.
That's it.
And the reason why I put this up is because at Prince's final concert in Atlanta, it was not this specific shot. It was another shot from this that he put up on the big screen behind him at his final concert in Atlanta. And he was talking about this movie, and he said, "Do you guys see The Way We Were with Robert Redford and Barbra Streisand?" And God, I wish I had saved that clip because I have the audio for it too. But anyways, he essentially paraphrased said, she kept coming back to him because that's all that she knew. It was like that was her best friend. And then of course he was using it as a segue to, would you run to me if somebody hurt you, even if that somebody was me? And then he went into, if I was your girlfriend, and pretty amazing that it was really, really cool. And it kind of reminded me of that. And of course, Baron 3121 actually retweeted my review of that concert. I keep pointing over here because that's where my shadow box is, that has the 2 tickets from that show, and of course the poster and the tour book and the VIP pass and all that stuff. But because that was actually the review that Prince reposted on his Twitter account just a week before he passed, pointing to that Funkatopia review. And I was like, yeah, man, I remember that. And I remember, and of course, then it took me down that rabbit trail of remembering that last concert. And I was all the way in the back of the balcony, the second balcony, not third balcony, just absorbing it and loving it, because everybody that was in that balcony, those were $100 seats. Even in the back of the balcony, those were $100 seats. And it was so reverent back there. Like everybody that paid $100 for those seats were people that worked hard for that money. Those were the tickets that they could afford. And they would be damned if there's going to be some crazy screaming idiot in that mix. Everybody that was within 30 feet of me was just quiet and reverent and absorbing the music and just taking it in. And I was just like, this is amazing. And the way that the Fox Theater is, the Fox Theater is like, it's like a sideways ice cream cone. So that sound comes from the top of that ice cream cone and comes down. It just comes down into that balcony. It's just like, okay. It's just, woof. I get chills just thinking about that show. They need to release that friggin' show. Okay. I'm waiting.
I think the last time I played the Fox when I was out with Maxwell in 2000. Yeah, it's the last time I've been there.
Well, it's the Jam of the Year tour.
Yeah,
they were there.
That was I was already panhandling by then.
You know what's crazy is that the first concert I ever saw from Prince was the Triple Threat tour at the Fox Theater in Atlanta. Yeah. And the last concert I saw was at the Fox Theater in Atlanta. So I saw both the first concert I ever saw of him and the last concert I ever saw of him at that Fox Theater. So yeah, it's, man, I don't want to get too emotional and shit, but it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Real life, man. I mean,
it is. It's a lot. Yeah. But let's get into happier news. I want to say this happened to was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, the 39th. I can't wait till next year. The 39th anniversary of this album right here.
Oh boy. That's a big one.
Jesse Johnson's Shockadelica was released 39 years ago. I think it was yesterday. I think it was. And so I sent him a text and I said, man, dude, 39 years. I think next year when we hit the 40th, he may come on and talk about the album. He's not doing interviews, but
he might come on and talk about the album.
He might come on and talk about, I mean, it's the 40th anniversary. It's like, what do you do from, it's like you have to kind of go back and, look over it and kind of talk about it and give fans an idea of where your head was at. Let me just say, somebody, I was sent a clip of that show that he did just last month or whatever, last month at Yoshi's.
Yeah,
man, they were woof. I can't.
Okay.
I hope they captured the audio on that one, and I know that they did. But that was for those that were at the Yoshi show for Jesse Johnson. Man, I'm jealous. Because it was banging, and sounds like because the room is a smaller room than what he did in Paisley Park. The sound was a lot more tight. There was not a lot of bouncing around and whatnot. Paisley Park is a really tricky place when Prince is not running the sound. It's like, I think it's one of these things where you got those really high ceilings. So, it kind of, there's things that get lost, but Andrew, what's up? Andrew, there's my dude right there. That's who I had. That's who I hung out with.
All right.
Jesse Johnson will have an album to talk about. He'll be back. Yeah, he better be back. Yeah, I mean, I know he said it was his final interview, but I know that he's gonna have to do some type of promo on this.
Well, if he wants anybody to know that he's released.
Oh, it doesn't matter if he comes on or not. I'm gonna tell everybody.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody. Yeah, I'm not.
That's fair. I mean, it will be talked about whether he says anything about it. We'll get discussion.
Yeah, so
we'll talk about it.
Happy anniversary to Jesse, a 39th anniversary, and all right. So, you want to talk about it?
I mean, you got all the around the world in the day flowers and whatnot behind us. I mean, how can we not? I guess we're gonna have to deal with it.
I'm curious. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to share your thoughts about around the world in a day and the announcement of the release. There are people like myself who are looking forward to it. I do want to see it. I'd like to hear it with Atmos, even though I don't know exactly what you have to have in order to. I guess you have to have a Dolby Atmos system to get the full. Can you hear Atmos in like a headset, or does it have to be in an entire? I don't know how that all works.
I met a guy who was working for Neil Young, who actually was remixing one of his records in Atmos. I think it has to do with I think you've got to have. It seems to me like it's about like speakers and space and like stereo field and like.
It's like a surround sound, type of thing. Yeah. It's like I have, surprisingly enough, I have them in my pocket. I have tried to set up an affiliate link for these headphones, and apparently they don't do affiliate links. So screw it. I'll just talk about them. There are these headphones here, very, very similar. They're similar to, obviously your Apple things, but it's made by a company called Status. And essentially, each one of these headphones, these earpieces, have 3 speakers dedicated to high, mids, and lows. And it is the most, I tell you, and the charging on these is insane. I mean, I can listen to music like all day for like 3 days straight before it even beeps at me. It's like ridiculous. But it's called Status. So if you look for Status headphones, And if they say, how'd you hear about us? Please say Funkatopia, and maybe they'll reach out. But these are amazing headphones. And it was funny because when I was talking, I promise I'm not throwing out names here, but I was talking to Jesse Johnson on the phone when he says, you know what you need to get? And I said, what? He goes, you need to get some of those Status headphones. And I said, I have a pair. And I was like, I'm surprised that you say that because these guys aren't well known, but these are amazing. Just the sound is just so enveloping and full. And it gives that entire, that's one of these are the reason why, and they're not expensive. They're like $100, $150 for like even the high end ones. All so, check out Status headphones. That is a unadulterated, unaffiliated thing. So you're welcome, Status. But what's interesting is that it's also one of the reasons why I kept going down the rabbit hole about some of those, lost pieces in music, because I'd never heard them until I friggin' had these Status headphones in my ear. I was like, wow, what a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew said Jesse mentioned the Status headphones. Yeah, well, actually we brought it up. We brought it up on the interview. But yeah, so great headphones. Check that out. But and there was also talk about Shockadelica again, regarding the story that the chat room thing didn't have anything to do with it, but the story was that Prince really liked the name Shockadelica, and according to Jesse, that he had told from the stage that you can find on YouTube. Jesse told the story, again, I'm paraphrasing, that essentially Prince contacted Jesse and said, I've got a song for your album Shockadelica, and Jesse was like, I don't want any of your music on my album type of thing, and he said, well, I'm going to release it anyways, and I'm going to call it Shockadelica, and then people will think that I had something to do with the album. And Jesse was like, you do you, boo.
Wow.
And so I think, and it worked, because when Prince's album song Shockadelica came out, and this album came out,
people thought they were working together.
Yeah, people had this, and in reality, it actually did Jesse Johnson a favor in all honesty, because people that were hardcore fans of Prince and were just like, oh, Shockadelica. Oh, that's a Shockadelica too. So he actually probably got a little bit of a boost out of it. I mean, obviously
that's
the album,
fair, but the record is pretty strong.
The album, as I was just about to say, the album stands on its own.
Yeah. No, let's not sell Jesse short.
That album stands on its own. You had Sly Stone on this album, which I am very, very happy for Jesse on. Get crazy to get Sly Stone on this album.
Big hit.
Just funking it out. Oh yeah, it was so good. I banged the shit out of that song, man. Oh my God, it's such a great tune. And
what made me mad was I was like, oh, Jesse's making a record with Sly. That's what's next. John McClane at A&M must have signed Sly. I think Jesse might have said something to that effect. I don't remember. I'm not going to put words in Jesse's mouth. But I always wanted to be the blueprint for something else to happen, man.
I always wondered what Prince thought because Prince and Sly never really did anything together. I wonder if Prince was just like, son of a...
Maybe.
I mean, it always shocked me that Prince and Sly never did anything together. And
Prince told me he tried.
Well,
Prince told me, well, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be just...
I know, but I mean...
that's the reality of my life, is that Prince and we talked a lot,
Yeah.
And he said, I tried to work with Sly, but it was, the drugs, like had him, like I couldn't reach him. Something like that is what he said. Like, it's like, I couldn't reach him. Like he was just sort of like a lot of like silence, and like the drugs really had an effect.
Well, it's kind of funny that you say that, because that's also around the same period, within a year or two, that he did that meetup or did the show with the New Year's Eve show with Miles Davis, who was also battling the drug addictions and whatnot. And, of course, the stories go that I've talked about this in the show before. And it's well documented that Eric Leeds actually came on the show, and he was talking about, I said, what did you think about the Miles Davis performance in regards to Can I Play With You, and just his performance in general, and the New Year's Eve show? And he said both when I guess the track was sent back to them and they played it in the studio, both Eric and Prince were like, giddy. They were like, oh, let's put it on, press play. And then it was just like,
what is this?
Okay. And then of course, I think it was the same thing with New Year's Eve show. You're expecting some massive performance, but if you watch that New Year's Eve show, it's just
a jam session. Yeah,
it's just Miles just kind of bleeping and it's like bap, bap, bap. That was like,
yeah. He's kind of doing his thing, But I thought I saw some footage of Miles saying, like, what key is the bass player in? Like that was when the rumble was full in. So Levi wasn't doing nothing but which is funky, but you can't tell what key. If you listen to the bass, you don't know what key you're in.
Yeah. So
I mean, both of those music. I mean, Prince and Miles, they're like two very strange people,
Yeah.
And I think that Miles probably thought Prince was as weird as Prince thought Miles was.
Yeah, I mean, all the artists, all the musical geniuses that are like that, just are like way out. Just, I mean, there's not really very many. I was just having, but to finish that thought, there's just not many musical geniuses that don't have that thing going on.
There's a dysfunction that's present in every artist. It really is. I think some of it has to do with just, I mean, you're playing with vibrations and tones, and you're not. I mean, it's music is magic, man. You know what I mean?
Little's F Dog Coco, I guess, says, was Prince playing with Larry Graham before Jesse was Sly? No, Jesse and Sly played together in like 86, and I don't think Prince and Larry Graham really made a connection until 90.
As far as I know, they didn't meet each other till like 95 or 94.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because I remember the Good Morning America thing or whatever that was outside, and So, anyways, all good. All right, so we started to talk about it and then we stopped talking about it, but we'll go back around the world in a day. So,
we're gonna do it now.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Okay.
And we're doing it in a live format, and we will actually have one more thought before we go into this. Somebody else was talking about all the instruments that Prince played, and we're talking about the fact that it was Troy Gua, the Little Prince. He makes the Little Prince things.
Yes.
And we were talking about saxophone players, and I said, what's interesting is that Prince. People were like, why didn't Prince play saxophone? And it dawned on me. I said, what's interesting to me is that I cannot think of any saxophone players that are also lead vocalists, and I don't know if there's. I mean, there's like maybe a few, but if they do, it's like.
There was a really awful, I don't want to say awful. There was a guy I want to say it was either in the late 80s or the early 90s, who was exactly that. He was like David Sanborn, but he could sing. And I just remember, why do we hold on with tears in our eyes? That's all I can remember the hook. I can't remember though who this guy's name was. But he was a saxophone playing lead singer. I mean, unless you want to talk about like somebody like Louis Jordan, maybe.
And that was the only person that I could think of, and that wasn't even
King Curtis.
And I'm kind of wondering. I'm just wondering if there's anything to that, because I'm not a horn player, obviously, and I'm just wondering if there's anything to that, like is it difficult because there's a lot of vibrations and stuff things that you have to do with your mouth when you're playing trumpet. It requires a lot of vibration with your lips, and you have to kind of get like a really specific. Actually, I take that back. Carl Denson.
Okay.
Carl Denson is a sax player, and he sings too, but he's not like an out front lead singer. I'm just wondering if there's any kind of weird, if there's something there, like, horn players are typical. It's just weird that there aren't many.
I mean, Maceo did it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but he was,
Meso's a pretty good singer too.
yeah, but and most of his stuff is, pass Pete.
Some of that, but every once in a while, yeah. But if you listen, I mean, he was better. He was more than that, but that's what he was most famous for. I was gonna say, you do know that Prince did play saxophone.
What both Susan Rogers said and also Jill Jones, when she was on the show, said was that it was he was just kind of doing bleeps and blaps on like was it G Spot or
somebody over here said he played sax on the demo for G Spot.
Keith Upton. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's, I don't know if we're both wrong, but yeah,
but I know he said I believe he told me it was him playing saxophone on the musical cue in Purple Rain where Apollonia and Morris Day they're stumbling around in that alleyway. That's Prince playing.
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. That's cool. There you go. Well, and what I'm talking about is not just singing. I'm talking about lead singer, like somebody who plays saxophone and not just sings and does, background vocals and stuff.
Well,
I'm talking about talking
about Clarence Clemens here.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that guy's name was like Curtis Stigers or something.
Your memory is amazing.
That guy he was a horn player, had a nice mullet. It was around the time that Michael Bolton was like killing him, and they tried to sneak this dude in too, Curtis Stigers or something like that. Anyway, sorry, my mind won't let. That's why I can't sleep at night, because I'm. What was that guy's name?
I gotta see if that domain's taken. Nicemullet.com.
Nice mullet. I think we should change the show to that.
All right. Around the world in a day. Okay. So here we're going to talk about it. So they made the announcement for Around the World in a Day. It's supposed to release on November 22nd, although the timer does end on November 21st. And I think the reasoning for that is because it's supposed to, which is just a few days after our birthday. And I can't remember if the official date is the 21st or the 22nd of November, but I think it's hitting at 12:01 a.m. on all of the streaming platforms. And obviously it's going to be released that day. If you pre-order, you're obviously going to get it beforehand. And so everybody kind of got a little bit excited until the track list came out. And then everybody kind of went a little bit haywire because there's no vault tracks on it at all. There's no vault tracks. For those who have not seen the track list, here it is. Here's the track list. Let me just stop. Are you amazed that you only told me like a few hours ago that, hey, let's do a show, and that I already have all this shit together? Is it like
it hadn't occurred to me because you're always killing it. So it's like I take it for granted almost. And I shouldn't. Because you did. I called you. I texted you at like 3, didn't I? 3 or 4.
And I was able to get like an entire slideshow.
Yeah, you got it all together, man.
Well, let's just go. All right. So here's the track list. So the track list, obviously, this is from France. That's the reason why disc is spelled DISQUE. But it is essentially the track list for Around the World in a Day. And then you have 2 other vinyls that are essentially remixes and some B-sides, and a lot of which we've already had. Raspberry Beret new mix, aka the extended remix. She's Always in My Hair new mix. Paisley Park remix. Pop Life, a couple different versions of that. The Fresh Dance mix and the extended version. And then the B-sides, Hello, Fresh Dance mix, Girl, the 12-inch version. And then For the Tears in Your Eyes, the We Are the World album version, the For the Tears in Your Eyes, the Hits B-sides version, which is, why would you even bother to put that on there? And then, of course, the 12-inch of America, all of which we've had. By the way, His Majesty's Pop Life, the record store released from 2 years ago. think it was 2 years ago, already has the extended version of Pop Life, the extended version of the extended version of America is already out, but it had Pop Life, had America, had the Raspberry Beret new mix and the Paisley Park remix. So all that stuff was already on there. So essentially everything that you're seeing is not, we have it. And so when there was not, right. And also Cassandra makes a good point that Girl features Vanity backwards. I don't know if you guys know this. I always take it for granted that not everybody in the chat room, not everybody that watches the show is or listens to the show are Prince fanatics like we are.
Sure.
I get it. I get it. So a lot of people don't know that if you take the 12-inch version of Girl and you play the album backwards, you don't have to do that with your record player anymore. You can actually put it into Audacity and just reverse it. It is actually a song that some refer to as Boy. It features Vanity, that backmasked female voice that you hear in the background running softly in the whole entire song. If you play that song backwards, there's a track that they refer to as Boy, and it's just Vanity talking, and it has she's just telling stories and and referring to a boy. So you have Girl forward and you have Boy backwards. If you ever get it, and it sounds pretty good. It almost sounds the same.
All right.
It's a different version.
I'm in. I'm like,
it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And actually, if you have the Funked Up app, I actually do occasionally drop in Boy because I took it, reversed it. Of course I did, and put it out there to play it, which may be a little bit more difficult now that the global music rights licensing has kicked in, because they're going to be watching us like a hawk on some of the stuff. So, anyways.
No more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches whenever you want. No more going outside on your trike. Yep. They're watching you now.
Yeah. So
you better get in the house before the street light comes on, mister.
Yeah. For those that don't know, we have an app called Funked Up. It is a 24/7 funk radio station. I'll actually do the scroll here. You can get the Funked Up app. Yeah. It is 24 ASCAP, and this is a 12-page contract that I had to deal with global music rights. So it is not only ASCAP licensed, but also global music rights licensed as well. So when you listen to it, the artists are actually being taken care of on the show, and all of Prince's music is under global music rights. So we had a lot of it was on ASCAP, but there's so much of it that's not. So I had to rectify it. I had to make it right. So global music rights. So listen, please download it, and please support Funkatopia at patreon.com/Funkatopia, patreon.com/Funkatopia. The supporters there are who help to pay these licensing fees. And of course I take care of them with monthly gifts and digital gifts and sometimes physical gifts, which we just sent out. And so, cause I don't feel like, I don't want to be one of those Patreon people that you send stuff to when I don't do anything other than whatever. So I kind of want to make it worth your while. So please, patreon.com/Funkatopia. We need your help. But download the Funked Up app. It's available for iPhone and Android. All right, here's your ads. So they made this announcement, and give me your, looking at these track listings, track listing, what are your feelings?
Well, I remember seeing a lot of these on vinyl in, the late 80s, like a lot of these dance mixes and extended remixes and whatnot. How else are you going to get all of that stuff in digital form? Unless you're saying there's CDs of all of this.
Oh no, well, let's talk about it. You have the regular track listing for Around the World in a Day, Raspberry Beret new mix, the Paisley Park remix, and of course the edited version of Pop Life. Those we're all on the His Majesty's Pop Life record
Okay.
store, but which was a re-release of something that was already released before in Japan, so it was already out there as well.
Okay.
The new mix of She's Always in My Hair has existed since the beginning of time, since it was released as a B-side. So that's been out there. Hello was a B-side. That's been, I don't know if this Fresh Dance mix is anything different.
All right.
But I think that art existed. Girl 12-inch existed. For the Tears in Your Eyes,
Somebody's saying that those are different versions. Like one is with a band and the other one is not. Somebody said something like that.
That'd be great. I mean, I'm hoping that we'll be able to hear some of these things. I'm hoping that we'll be able to hear some of these tracks without and be pleasantly surprised. So I'm trying to reserve a lot of my, not that that's going to stop the feedback that people are getting. What's funny is that, we always try to maintain that level, because we don't want to take off the estate. We obviously don't. We're here to support them in whatever way we possibly can.
Yes,
because we want to promote.
We're directly involved in supporting the legacy.
Yeah, and I think the problem that exists is that sometimes it's like you see things and you're like, okay, do we not say anything? Do we not? And I love what, let me see if I can pull this up. So I was looking, let me see if I can copy this link. Yeah, I'm going to share this link for John Bream released the announcement of there it is. The announcement. And what I love about it is that he kind of I hate these friggin' ads. It makes me nuts. It's going to make me do I have a paywall avoider, so if I have to do it, I will. But he talks about the release on the 21st. But what was funny about it is that it's going to stop me from doing it. What's funny about it is he also posted clips of people that were ticked off about it. Scott 4343. This kind of mistreatment of Prince's estate risks diminishing his legacy and reverence to future generations. And quotes from Vince Vaughn, 7-inch edits, but no vault tracks. I usually bite my tongue, but this takes the cake. It keeps getting worse and worse. Daniel Wood, this is trash. Do better. D7075. Please, everyone responsible for this, step down. What I find humorous about this approach is that he didn't say it. He's showing other people that are saying it. And yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's able to kind of take this, safe space approach. Here's the announcement. And here's what people are saying.
Listen, that's not an unfamiliar tactic. Because John Bream was really critical about almost everybody. But he did the same thing when Miles Davis came to town. He wouldn't bash Miles Davis. Right. He would just announce that he was coming to town and then let the chips, right? Because certain people you don't just carve up, people get upset when you carve up certain people.
Yeah. So, and it's not just that. I mean, people are also the other thing that came up, and God save me that I'm bringing this up, but I'm going to bring it up anyways because somebody else did. So, somebody happened to point out that when they did the Paisley Park new remix, which is one of the 2 tracks that they have released off of this album on Spotify. Okay. Now, and I wanted to make this clear while, and I'm going to pull it up just to be sure nothing has changed. If you go to the Prince channel on Spotify and you click on the release countdown for Around the World in a Day Deluxe Expanded Edition, it shows America 12-inch version is highlighted, which means that it's grayed out. All the other songs are grayed out except for the ones that are currently available. I might as well share this so that you guys can see it along with me. Where is it? There it is. So if you look at Around the World in a Day, you'll see that here's the Around the World in a Day Deluxe Expanded Edition. I'll go back so you guys can see where I came from. So if you click on Prince, it takes you to the Prince page, and then it has the release countdown, and then you click on Around the World in a Day Deluxe Expanded Edition. Everything's grayed out except for America 12-inch version, She's Always in My Hair, the Paisley Park remix, and Girl. And I didn't erroneously say this. I thought it was true that they released 4 tracks off of this, and they haven't. On the America 12-inch version and the Paisley Park remix are the only 2 things that are on here. Girl and She's Always in My Hair are being pulled and saying that they're live when it's actually referring to the B-sides versions of this, which is weird to me because then it shouldn't be available on this page. Because this page should only be showcasing or making available songs that are from this album. And I realize it's the same song, but it may not be. There's supposed to be a little bit of a version differentiation, I guess. Anyways. The other thing too is that Spotify doesn't do Dolby Atmos. So this is going to be interesting how they're going to approach that too. But anyways, I just wanted to make that clear that, there's only a couple different songs that are on here.
Excuse me. Sorry.
So yes.
Hey.
What's going on? Steve Park's in the house. What's going on, brother?
Listen,
yes. So
I gotta hold on, man. I
All right.
don't know if you know this guy, Franklin Rush, or not, who is, because he's accusing us of being politically correct here. Now, I don't feel like we're playing it safe. Nope, dude, that's not the one.
I haven't shown the I haven't shown what I'm about to show, Keith. So you're about to eat those words, but
that was Franklin Rush. But what are you going to show?
Where is he saying that? Who's saying it?
Franklin Rush.
What time?
Let's see. Miles and Chris is Get It. Y'all trying to stay politically correct. 7:46.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I that's what, isn't that the one I just posted? Did I click something else?
Maybe you did.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So anyways, well, and here's, yes, trying is, and that's what makes it difficult, is because to Franklin's defense, there is an attempt here to try to play nice, but there are some things that, I also try to be a little bit of a soundboard for people that are bringing things up. They kind of give you a little bit of an opportunity to kind of, maybe address some of these things. Cause, I realize what they're up against with Prince fans in general, because we are insatiable. We are completely 100% insatiable. But what I said on the Around the World in a Day broadcast that I did on Friday night, and I'll just encapsulate it for you, is that it's the estate's fault that we're like this, because every single release that they've done, deluxe or super deluxe, contained vault tracks, contained like a lot of vault tracks, like 1999 deluxe version or super deluxe or whatever, had tons of vault tracks on it. The Sign of the Times had tons of vault tracks on it. The Purple Rain one had it's like loads and loads of vault tracks. And then of course they released 2 things that we had never even seen. Like the Prince Piano on a Microphone 1983 was a bunch of tracks of Prince playing piano to tracks that we knew, but also contained some songs that we had not heard in their entirety. Cold Coffee and Cocaine, Why the Butterflies. So we were getting new stuff, and then they released a brand new album, Welcome to America, that was an album that was compiled and never released, and so it's the estate's fault that we're like this, that we're like, in this ravenous. I mean, this kind of like a crack dealer. Yes, it's like,
those were different people in power. Those were different. That was a different regime.
I do understand that. I understand, but that's what I'm saying. When I say the estate, I say it loosely as to whoever was representing those types of releases, whoever was, doesn't matter who was in power. That's why we're in this mix. But now, of course, under this current situation, with Londell and Charles, there are some little things that are, for instance, here it is. I'll bring it up. I'll bring up the slide. I'm a little bit hesitant, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Come on, man.
On the credits for Paisley Park Remix, they have all of the artists that performed on it, and Londell McMillan and Charles F. Spicer are listed as reissue producers in the credits of the songs.
I see that.
I think a lot of people were thought this was curious because everybody that's in the credits are all people who were, part of the original process. And then I think that's what kind of made this stick out to people in some form or fashion. And I don't know how the monetary part of this works out as far as, at sales. It doesn't matter. They're going to, make money anyways, make millions. But I don't, somebody brought that up and I thought it was unusual. And I kind of felt like, yeah, I guess that they're a reissue producer because
we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless
again,
you know the
I don't
process,
know what
you can't really judge the credits, really.
Yeah.
But this is the thing that I'd like to say right now. And it's going to be a very unpopular opinion. I'm letting you know right now, Franklin Rush. I agree 100% that the fans got used to getting some kind of something.
Correct.
And now that it's off, the sense of entitlement is still there. They don't really have to do any of it. They don't have to. They're not obligated. They don't owe anybody anything. And I think that's people lose sight of that. This is not, they don't work for us.
Yeah, but if they want to keep the lights on and keep this
There's
train
a lot
running,
of ways to keep the lights on, man.
Which would be what? Is if they're not doing releases like this, what other? I mean, obviously the licensing of the music, which we have seen. We have seen some of that. For credit card commercials and whatever else.
The place is still open. I'm not under the impression that there's a problem.
I wasn't just talking about Paisley Park in general as a location. I'm talking about the legacy of Prince and the music part of it.
Yeah, I just think that's something that people have begun to take for granted, that they're going to get this treasure trove. And they didn't run to the bootlegs because the estate hasn't been doing their job. The diehard Prince fans have been collecting bootlegs since he's been making them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Since he started leaving songs off his records.
Yeah.
My ex-wife had a huge cardboard box full of just cassettes of Roadhouse Garden. This is 1993.
Mm-hmm.
This huge box in the closet of just cassettes of I had never heard Purple music. I was like, what's this? Yeah. Oh, okay. And it's and I don't know. I think that people are really, and I'm not saying that I
agree.
What I'm saying is that everybody needs to calm down because it's not the lottery. It's not something, there's no obligatory agreement anywhere in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you on that point. I think the thing about it is that again, I understand. It's almost like a sense of entitlement that Prince fans have sometime. It's just like, we were supposed to get this. And I understand where that comes from. And again, it all feeds from the releases that we've already gotten so far, where that's what they were doing. They were giving us those mass chunks of vault tracks and keeping everybody appeased. And then there was this long period of silence with a couple singles that have dropped. And then you got then this Paisley Park release that is stuff that most people have already had. So you think you have not necessarily heard the tracks that are on there, and maybe they might have the same title, but maybe there's things that are vastly different with this, like what you're referring to about, live versions of Pop Life being on there, whoever, or it may be an assumption. I don't know. But yeah, they don't have to. It's probably a good idea that they do. I mean, we're not the quietest bunch of folks.
Should I just I could blow this entire thing up right now.
I mean, you all about it, man.
I
got your back no matter where you go. So whatever you want to do.
I mean,
wait a minute. Do I need my gummies? Where are my gummies at?
Well, first off, where's the ticker? Where's the disclaimer?
Okay. I think it's on
Is
there.
that it? Is it
Yeah,
running?
it's it. Yeah, we got the ticker. We got the ticker. For those
Yeah,
who
I
cannot
just
see
want
the
to talk
ticker,
about the bootlegs and whatnot because they wouldn't even know this music existed if Prince hadn't,
right?
if Prince hadn't leaked it, and other people too. I met an engineer who worked at the Hit Factory who said Prince would wait in his limo out front. Somebody walk in and say, "Can you master this, please? Where's your mastering engineer?" A lot of those bootlegs that are out there, from what I can tell, they're out there because Prince put them out there.
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading a text. Let me just say,
That's all right.
Vast Christian says he's getting sick to death of being accused of being entitled.
You don't have to watch.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the
I'm going to
thing.
say what I'm going to say.
No, and I'm the one.
You guys, y'all are being politically correct. No, now we're not. The gloves are off. What now? What?
I'm the one that dropped that entitlement word. Now, apologies if that's a trigger word for you, and that's not what
It's
I
just
said.
the English language.
I said
we're all
some Prince
adults here.
fans. Some Prince fans have a sense of entitlement. If that's
And
not
you're
you,
not
it's
wrong.
not you.
If it's not
You
you,
know,
it's, yeah.
Let me just say, it is true for many, many Prince fans that we are a ravenous bunch, and it's. And
I mean, this dude acts
it's
like I don't know these people.
Oh yeah, I know.
How do I not know?
Yeah. So it is.
I don't know if Rodney's being facetious or not. Did you see Roger's little?
Yeah, Rodney's the troublemaker. I try not to read him.
I finally let it be known. Now he's gonna say something.
Yeah. So look, we are all about whatever we get. I'm all about it, and just keep it coming. And it bears to know that obviously we're older, and his fans are getting older, and they're starting to filter out. You know what I mean? Starting to cross over. They found the ladder, and so we want to hear this music before we go. And what's unnerving is that the younger generation that are below us, there's not a lot of Prince fans in that mix. So the people that would truly appreciate these releases and truly appreciate to be able to get the ability to be able to hear them, they're here now. And we would like, you don't have to give it to us all at once. I get it. And with the announcement of the oncoming NPG Music Club rehash, I'm really excited about that because I think that when that hits, that is going to appease a lot of people. They announced that they're going to do a reworking of the NPG Music Club. So there will be some type of, again, this is all rumor and conjecture. They did say that they were working on it. Rodney, correct me if I'm wrong. They said it is happening, but there's been no official announcement. I don't know where they are in the process, but if it is going to be some semblance of the NPG Music Club, it will be a subscription-based scenario where you will be able to get a subscription for Prince-related material, and you'll be getting doses of releases of music on a regular basis from them. That would obviously really be able to shut a lot of people up. Again, and sorry if this is triggering, but it will actually be able to, let me say it this way. It will be able to quell a lot of the naysayers and, loudest people who feel like they're not getting enough. But if there will always be a question, even if they did that, it would be like, well, why did they release this version? They should release this version. Why did they release this version?
The nitpicking is never ending. Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
They got it out, and now everybody's upset about it. Now, well,
yeah. So
I don't know, man. But no. Listen, let's be real with Franklin, because I think we both feel that the estate could have done something different.
Franklin's taking up all the spotlight in this.
It's all right, Franklin. That's fine, man. Hey, listen, I welcome it. I'm cool with Franklin.
Yeah, it's all good. We're all good. We're all good.
But I'm saying it's like we act as if we know what the process entails. I don't know anything about reissuing records. I have no idea what the legalities, what the time frame is, what's in good condition, what's not. Before they released the hits, the B-sides, some of those tapes had to be baked in a kiln because they were so old that when they tried to put them on the tape machine, they were flaking. They were falling apart. Like, not all of this music has been preserved in, in the best possible manner. I think at that point they started really trying to get after it. When I think they opened for the Tears in Your Eyes, and it was like parts of the tape were like little bits were in the box, like the tape was falling apart.
Man, that's and just the thought of putting something like that in a kiln, as you put it, I would not want to be the opera. That's got to be the worst, most stressful job on the planet. Here's something that there's only one of. We need to put it in a dryer or something of sorts.
No, it's an acknowledged way to do this. You have to bake the
terrifying. Yeah, it's still got to be a terrifying process. People are saying open the phone lines. Maybe. Well, yeah, maybe. Okay, because there's still some things to get to.
Okay. No,
let me just say this.
Okay, sorry. After you.
Let me get people excited a little bit, even though this is not what it is. I can't remember where I saw this. It was on X, and I don't know who the artist was, the Photoshopper that did this, but last year, when there was rumblings that the Around the World in a Day box set was coming and release, somebody actually put together an image of what it may look like, and it got everybody just spinning.
Well, whoa.
Wow. So it shows, and I wish, if you're listening on audio, I wish you can see the visual of this, but essentially it's got the box set with the boy in the balloon as the primary photo on the cover. Of course, the whole box is covered in the cloud image as well. You can see that it has like a fold out poster of the album image as done by Doug Benson. I think, remember, is his name?
I think that's his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
Doug
great.
Benson. And then a book that actually, I guess it's obviously fake because it's a Photoshop thing. And then of course you have the 3 discs that they were talking about with the CD that has like a blue and white. I'm being descriptive for the audio folks. CDs each have the sleeves each have a separate image of them. There's collectible cards that are in there, and they actually included something that's not in this release, in this Photoshop image of Nice, the show from Nice.
Sure.
So a Blu-ray or a DVD.
Are you telling me this is what they were talking about putting out?
No. There was people making speculation about what's going to be in the box set and what the box set would look like. And this is an artist rendition that somebody had done of what they think that it would look like. Now, it's actually shockingly amazing photo. It's really gorgeously done. Whoever did this work is just, holy cow.
That looks hot.
Yeah, it looks hot. And then of course there's some closer pieces showing the box set, and of course the collectible cards and the show from Nice, 1985. So this kind of gives you an idea of where people's heads go when they try to envision what this thing should look like and how it should. And Vast Christian, thank you so much for sending me those images or pointing me back to where I'd seen those images. I said, we're doing a show tonight. I don't think I shared that part, but I said, there was a rendition of what this box set may look like when it comes out.
I think I have seen this before.
Yeah. So, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's really, really phenomenally done. Whoever this person is that did this, it would be great to have them on the marketing team. And maybe they are. Maybe this is an artist that works for the estate marketing team and they put it together and somehow this leak. I don't know where this came from. I really don't.
Who knows?
But it is okay. Rodney wants to talk to you.
I saw that. I wasn't going to say that about it.
It's all right.
But I was going to mention that Alana, for some reason, she and I almost agree with about everything. I don't know why, but she said not everything needs a box set.
Correct.
I
mean, Parade does need a box set. Yeah.
Yes, Parade does. But Around the World in a Day was like it was this phenomenon, that was kind of a footnote from a different era in a weird way. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like he basically recorded it while he was on the road and then put it out. You know, he
Yeah.
literally. I asked him. I said, "How come you dropped it so soon?" He said, "It was done," and then turned around and walked out of rehearsal. That's it.
So, all
So
right.
I mean, that's what I was also thinking is that it's Around the World in a Day. It's a great record, couple of hit singles, Raspberry Beret, Pop Life, you know.
Yeah.
But was it the life-changing phenomenon that Parade is or was? Because Parade is really the record that made me a fan of later Prince. Like, I had already heard 1999 and Controversy. I saw the poster and it freaked me out and all that. But when he got the Parade, there's a maturity to that work. Also, the mixes are so incredible.
Yeah. Well, the other thing with
It
Parade,
sounds so good.
the other thing with Parade though is actually there's a movie to accompany it, so that even makes it even
Yes.
more so of
Sure.
because that opens up a whole new can of worms as to the things that you can include, like
Right.
behind the scenes stuff if you're going to release the movie, or all that background score music that was going on, when he's playing piano lightly in the background, during the restaurant scenes, and just like
sure.
there's like so much stuff that you can actually throw in there, and
Right.
you have a good handful of other material that can be dropped as well. So yeah, there's a lot of places that they could go with this.
Yes.
Colorized versions of it, and that I don't know if that would be a good idea, but colorized version of that, I think that is actually floating out there. The script, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there's
plenty of maybe they're putting their efforts where they really need to. I mean, and it's easy. Also, it's easy to judge from the outside, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Very easy
when you don't. Yeah, if you don't have to kill the cow, then you can just enjoy the steak and sit back. It's a whole different thing. When you also, the standards have been set so high.
Yeah.
The Sign of the Times box set was incredible.
Franklin wants to know where you get the shirt. I'll go ahead and get that out of the way. This is actually a shirt that I got from a record store in Minneapolis, Cheapo Records in Minneapolis. So Cheapo Records in downtown Minneapolis is where I got this shirt. I don't think it has the estate logo on the back of it. But it was a badass shirt. I was like, I'm getting it. Somebody's already made it, so might as well get it. And it happened to be one in my size, so there you go. Sorry.
Hold up, Voss Christian is killing me. He said, "We've been eating salad for 3 years." All right, man. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lighten up, man. I had to say my piece. I realize we're not all gonna necessarily agree, but it's just, listen, I'm the first one to admit when I'm out of my depth. I don't know what it takes, man. To judge this work, whether you feel it's flimsy or not. My thing is this: I would love for some of this to be remastered, because I hate when I'm like just like on like, what do they call it, like shuffle, and Prince songs come on and they're like 5 dB lower than everything else I was listening to before. That's what I really wish. Well,
I mean, and that's what
a little more. Yeah.
That's what Around the World in a Day is going to be. Is going to be a remastering. And I did see people dripping out on X. And it's like, I know you guys are disappointed about Around the World in a Day, not having any vault tracks, but I'm really looking forward to this album being remastered. And people were making notations about the original sound quality of it. He said it's just not as crisp and wide and broad as it could be, because there's so much going on. And I was like, all right, I mean, I always thought it sounded great. If it sounds gonna sound better, I'm all right.
Yeah, I think well, listen, I mean, I think that the mixes are a little dodgy on Around the World in a Day. I always, whenever I hear America, I'm like, how come I can't hear more bass? It just, you hear like, where's the information? But if you're making a record on the road, it's a different process.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. And,
so I'm saying they got it out. If you don't like it, if you don't want it, don't buy it. I mean, wait for Parade.
who's behind the remastering? Do we know that? I mean, one of you cats that's been actively following this, who is behind the remastering of, sitting down with all that? Who's running the board? Because I do see, I know it does say remastering engineer says Bernie Grunman.
Okay. Yeah.
So
he's verified. He's
yeah. I mean,
legit.
yes. Oh yeah. Definitely. He's so. All right. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
No, Franklin, I wasn't trying to take your head off, man. I was just, it's just, I took it out on you, my frustration with this particular angle. I did not mean to do that, man. But it's just, yeah, it's like people are just, they want so much, and I get it. I understand, man. But I mean, even Prince was selective about what he put out during the time he was here. I mean, he could have done a free for all if he wanted to. That's what Crystal Ball seemed to be to me, in a way. It was like, I remember Prince talking a lot about the bootlegs at that time, and I think somebody like did some rogue research and tried to find out like what some of these bootleggers were selling. What was being bought. Like, I think Crystal Ball was meant to be like the what do they call it? The stopgap. Like, I want to put all these bootleggers out of business, so I'm going to put out decent sounding versions of these songs that have been laying around for 13 years.
Yeah, and
something
I mean
like that,
and I think. Well, I mean, bootlegs just have this weird. A lot of people think that Prince was the one that was leaking them out. I mean, and technically he was, because I know that whenever he wanted to work on a song with somebody, he always, recorded the idea down to cassette and then would give it to that person. And sometimes there would be multiple versions of that cassette that just got out. And so technically he was the one that was kind of, leaking things. And whoever was doing it, I mean, it's great that I'm glad that we were able to hear some of that stuff, even if it may have been against Prince's will or part of his, weird marketing strategy, not weird marketing strategy, but, sneaky marketing strategy to kind of continue to build on that mystique and that stigma of just like, oh, we got to hear something that,
I think it's fair to say that he worked both ends against the middle.
Absolutely.
Like, Prince liked to push buttons. He liked people like, confused and frustrated and invested. He kept it up to keep people engaged, Oh,
absolutely. You know what? I'm going to do it. Do it. You have a question? You can dial us up 567-393-3865. And if you are not alphabetically inclined, it spells out Lord We Funk.
I love that.
Lord We Funk. That's right. That's what it is. Lord We Funk. We do not have like a board. So if you call in, I'll be on that call. But if you call in and you do not get a live person because we're talking to somebody, just leave a message and we'll either call you back or just, try back after we hang up or whatever. But again, that number is 567-393-3865, which spells out Lord We Funk, LORD We Funk. And, I think, so if you want to tell us what you really feel about, Around the World Today, we can't stop you from saying what you want to say, but, I think you kind of get a little bit of our approach or our thought on it. I feel like,
let them talk. I did plenty of talking. Let them say something.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, a lot of people are making themselves known on the chat room for sure. Yeah. And there's like so many different.
Can I answer this from Taurus Curry?
Taurus Curry says, Michael B, did he ever discuss with you his disdain for the bootlegs that were being sold?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Yes, he did.
He always. I asked him once. I said, "Is that Miles Davis playing trumpet on Power Fantastic?" He said, he turned around and said, "How do you know that song?" He was mad about it. I thought he'd be impressed that I went through the trouble of looking around, But no, but catch him on a different day, he'd have a different response. I mean, he really,
Well, I actually asked him that question as well. And on Twitter, matter of fact, when he was doing the Third Eye Girl thing, and was literally having a back and forth discussion with Prince via Twitter. And I actually happen to have his specific tweet saved that I can actually show you, so you can see exactly what he said. He said, and I quote, here it is: "Fans share, not sell. They don't get sued. Bootleggers do."
Well, that sounds like that sounds like him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's directly from Prince. So there you go.
Yes, I think he always wanted the music to be out there, but people are, like having little businesses going based on something they didn't have any involvement in creating. So
yeah, I understand that. He, again, in that statement that he made to me online really told me a lot of different things. First off, he's okay with you hearing those songs. He's okay with you hearing it. Where the problem comes in is when you then burn that to CD and start selling it on eBay, or just making a profit like these guys like iRecords, and there's a few of them that are out there that are creating these massive bootlegs and making box sets. And I actually got sent, I'm not gonna lie, I actually have a couple of them, and they get sent to me, and I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna check it out. I mean, one back here from Prince Piano and a Microphone that are actually from the last show. And the problem is with these, and I'll make myself big. The problem is with these, for those who haven't seen, this is what these box sets look like that these bootleggers are actually putting out. I don't know why it's not clearing on it, but that's the Prince Piano Microphone 2016, not from 1983. And the thing about it is that it's got, I mean, it literally has like full images in it and books and the seat. I mean, it's just the level that they go to, man. And this is the problem. This was the problem for and I don't even remember who sent this to me, but I mean, I love it, but it's not estate quality, audio wise and everything else. But this is iRecords. This is what Prince has an issue with.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know what these were going for. I mean, I gotta imagine a couple $100. So you've got these people that are putting this stuff together and making
and then
a lot of bank.
Steve Park says, and stealing people's photos to do it. Just pointing it out.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, who took
They're
this photo?
Exploiting everybody.
Who took this photo? Yeah, and there's tons. Yeah, I'm not sure how many. Do you know, Steve? Steve Park, world famous photographer. Are any of these photos yours?
Painter, I mean, artist.
There's that one there.
Steve, why don't you call in, Steve?
Yeah, you can either call in, and Steve, I can actually give you. I think I've sent the link to you before, Steve. It doesn't change. That backdoor link does not change. So if you wanted to go to that, I can actually text you too. But yeah, there's like tons of images that are in here, and there's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, and again, as you can see, it hasn't even been opened. It's just very well done.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, and this is the type of stuff right here in our defense, as far as our towing the line and being politically correct. I can tell you right now that once this show is over, if not before this show is over, I'm going to catch shit for even showing this to you.
You really think so?
Oh yeah. No, not a doubt. Without a doubt, because that was one of the, sorry to put this back. That was one of the bigger complaints, was stop giving airtime to shit that we don't want to freaking market or talk about, or even, acknowledge the existence of, type of things. So I get it. I get it.
All right. Well, hey, this is your show.
Unfortunately. I'm trying to see. So I thought I had your number, Steve. I don't. I'll just email you. But yeah, so there's that. So yeah, I would agree. I got to pull up different things. So I'm going to have to type and talk now. I would agree that it's just one of these very difficult decisions that the estate has to make about what they can release and what they can't release. And they want to appease everybody. You've got all these great, vault materials out there. Yes, there's bootleggers. See, like that is a good example of something that the estate really is having an issue with, because things like that happen, and then it affects sales. And I don't know that it does, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to be able to type and talk, so I'm going to turn it over to you just for a second while I email Steve.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I the first time on the nude tour, I had people offering me, like, it was like the royal jewels, it was like a box set, and there was like these crunchy demos and whatnot. There was, I'm going down to have the best street. It was like an acoustic version of Alphabet Street, Prince singing it.
Really?
It sounded like he had recorded it on like one of those like rectangular cassette decks. Like the sound quality was so bad. The Jewel Box, classic. Thank you, Vas Christian. I was like, man. And then just over the years, I saw all those songs sort of resurface in better shape, better sounding, But it's definitely it's a cottage industry for some of these people.
Someone just shared via email, and I've had this before, the Paisley Park vault. Basically, somebody has captured the Paisley Park vault, the actual schematic of it, and every single photo that's ever been taken or that they find or whatever, they figure out where in the vault that is, and they're piecing together an entire room on via Excel of where everything is located at and where it's all at. And it's just, it's pretty intense, but I think the reason why it's being shared with me is because the reason why it's being shared is mainly because of the fact that people wanted to show me that there's, maybe something that exists that should have been in this Around the World in a Day collection, or that, maybe exists here and there. Let me take 1 second to invite a special guest that just dropped in. The one and only Steve Park is in the mix. What's up, man?
Yeah. All right. See, now we're talking, man. Yeah. See, now this is a proper Tuesday. We got a guest and everything. Hey, Steve.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Yeah, just over here working, so still.
Yeah. So what?
How are you getting any work done? We're just over here blabbing.
I can still listen.
All right, bloviating about.
Well, you're obviously a very, very world-renowned, celebrated photographer, and rightfully so. Your work with Prince itself is just incredible, and so all the work that you do is always fantastic. You always put a lot of you're very, very well respected. Have you? What are your thoughts? Well, have you ever seen a bootleg with your photos on it and stuff all over?
Yes,
that you've actually chased. What's an example of one that you've seen?
Well, they made a big kind of box set of rave and posters in it, the whole bit, and it was really nicely done. But it's like, hey, that is my photography. They didn't alter it either, because I remember the early days. People kind of go out of their way to make it like at least a little different, or throw some Photoshop effects on them, because everybody liked to do that. But I mean, they are straight up taking high res stuff, or finding ways to upscale it and then releasing. I mean, admittedly, really nice packaging, but it kind of sucks because it is so. I mean, look, when I was a kid, I'd go to record conventions, and if I found any band that had a live record out or like, I guess, bootleg studio tracks, I bought them. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I didn't know, because I was like, hey, I want to hear this stuff. So I totally get it.
I did it
Um,
too.
Yeah,
yeah.
I did
So
too.
yeah, but I mean, it's nowadays the problem is that back then, people had to work. I gotta say, they had to work really hard to get it done. So I kind of at least respected that effort. Now it's like there's so many easy ways to steal other people's work and
Mm.
then just put it out, and sometimes make more money than you might make on it in a way, because
Oh yeah.
they don't have investment. There's no investment of time, energy, nothing. I mean, like, even with my photos of Prince, it's like I put a lot of time in to make those things look good, because I was dealing with a camera that was not exactly it was at the time the flagship camera, but by today's standards it would be like, what?
Mhm.
It's that kind of
Yeah.
camera. So I
Uh,
worked really hard to make these images look good, and then to just see someone go, oh look, I found this online, high resolution, where I picked up the digital copy of my first book, or whatever, and then they just took it, upscaled it, and off they go, and they're making all this stuff. So it's, you know I don't know. I mean, there's no way to stop it. I've seen my work on some of my designs and stuff on um, Etsy. I've seen them on Amazon, and those
mm.
companies. You squash one, another one pops up. It's difficult. So all you could do, I mean, really, all you could do is make sure your stuff is available to people. But um, again, as Michael will tell you, it's like the time and energy and craftsmanship you put into your work.
Oh
You
boy.
you would like to see some returns on that, and somebody else, it doesn't really matter to them. You know.
Yeah.
Now when the estate does a release, and they redo something that's from an era that you have a lot of photography in, and they use some of your work on like a new remastering or something like that, do you get repaid, or is that just something that's just a done deal and they're going to use it for whatever? Or is that or you have different situations for different albums?
I think I would say different situations for different albums. I mean, I've worked on some of the like the Truth didn't have a proper vinyl release, so I worked on
Right.
that. And as a matter of fact, unfortunately, that entire shoot got lost because of a hard drive crash back in the day. You'd think that things would be, people are like, well, didn't you have a backup? It's like, do you know how big hard drives were back then? They were
Yeah.
tiny. We were just pushing stuff off to make room for new stuff all the time. He'd see something and go, what's that? I'd open it up. He goes, we don't need that anymore. Off it goes. And in this case, we had a hard drive crash, and the kind of money you'd have to pull it back. I found out. I told him, and from his perspective, it's like, well, we're not doing it like that anyway anymore. This is getting included in this package. So that was that.
Man.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. So yeah, so it does depend on kind of what level of involvement I have in the project, or not, for that matter. So yeah.
Sure.
Have you ever gone after somebody who has illegally used your photo, like from the bootleg community specifically? Or
I've had, I don't have time. I mean, I'm trying to keep the lights on. So, it's like, I don't
I
have
get it.
time for that. But since I have representation now, I will hand it over to them. And if they think it's worth going after, they will at least send a cease and desist, which for most people that does it. But some people, they don't care. They know, certain countries, it doesn't really affect them, and it is what it is. So, but I do have people that can do a little bit of that for me.
Now, what are your feelings towards those stay-at-home moms, and what? Apologies if I'm like doing a broad brush, but like that do the Etsy stuff and whatnot. And I mean, what you just kind of leave
I
it
mean,
alone, or I mean, you really can't really do much. But I mean,
yeah, it's hard to go after it, because you don't, and I don't think people get it. Like, I'll have people kind of say, oh, well, is it okay if I do X, Y, and Z? Like, just make a 8x10, and whatever. And I'm like, I mean, if you make an 8x10. I don't care. It's not. I can't really stop you, for one thing. But and I get it. Like, not everybody's gonna come around and say like, "Ooh, I need a giant blow up to go in a frame, and have that kind of money to pay for it." I understand that,
Right.
and so I'm not offended if somebody's trying to make like a small thing, but I've gotten very careful about anything I put out there, You know, like I rarely put like a straight photo of anything anymore. It's always at an angle, or I'll run or I'll get a print made. If I'm moving a print, I will do video through the print, do a last pull out, and then boom, it's out. So you don't have that opportunity to grab the image and make your own thing. You know, I'm trying to, I don't know, trying to make it better for myself, but it's still
You
tough.
have to. Nobody else is going to protect your work.
That's
Right.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate the insight for sure. Thoughts on well, I have you already started working on, or do you know if there's anything in the works regarding I know we're talking about a ways down the road, but you know, Graffiti Bridge and some of the stuff that you have touched as well from that type of era.
I haven't heard anything from them. You know, the stuff I've worked on has been through Sony primarily. So the Sony legacy stuff. I haven't really
Mhm.
done anything with Warner's, but maybe when that comes back around, I will. It's hard, you know, hard to know. And until they contact me, that's usually how that works.
Yes.
Um,
Mhm.
uh, but I will say regarding Around the World Today, because I do have an opinion on that.
Mhm.
And I mentioned this earlier, is I remember when I got the hits B-sides, I'm like, oh, Girl's one of my favorite. I mean, I've got two 12 inches of that, one that I've never played, and then one that I have worn out and snaps and crackles and all that stuff. And so because I love that song. And then when I heard it I'm like, that has a skip in it at the beginning. There's a skip in that song somewhere. I remember it was
That's
just
the
this
only
little,
version I ever heard. So I didn't. I'm like, what skip? I'll have to
yeah,
listen
yeah,
to the two
just this
versions
little,
now.
yeah, just a little skip in there.
Okay.
But I will say that, you know, I love that record, and anything to give it a punch in quality. And so far, what I've heard sonically has been really, really nice. I mean, I even made a post the other day about Paisley Park and just the clarity of it. Um, you know, I'm one of those people that I think Chris James has done a great job. You know, everybody's going to be a critic one way or the other, but I feel like he's brought things out that, you know, I don't remember hearing in those tracks because, you know, he buried stuff. You know, he would
No,
he
Chris
would
is
he would do a thing, and yeah.
no Chris James is a bad dude, man. The
Yep.
the mix on the Glam Slam DVD,
Oh yeah.
it's man,
Oh yeah. It's crazy.
it's banging.
I've got a good sound system that
Mhm.
I might well, I don't want to say that I bought it just for that, but I might have. So
I
no, no,
should
no.
I should get a whole new system.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for that. That's right.
Just
That's
for
right. No,
that.
but I mean, just to pull that stuff out, because you know, I mean, you know, Michael, I was lucky enough, like around some of the times, like when in '88 when I first got out there, Levi would occasionally be like, "Hey, come down to the studio." I'm like, "All right," and he
Mhm.
would play me some of those Love Sexy tracks, or he'd start pulling everything down, and you'd hear that core of it, and it would
Uh-huh.
be like, "Oh my God, this is a whole different song," and
Sure.
unto itself was amazing. And then he started putting all that stuff on top, and I think I said to Levi, I said, like, why did he do that? He goes, because he can hear all that. I'm
Right.
like, well,
Mhm.
you know who can't hear all that? Me.
Yes. Nobody else can hear all of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I
Mhm.
love it. I love it when something opens it up to where you start to pick up on things that you never heard before, you know?
That's a good point,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that was one of the reasons why I was bragging about these status headphones, which are, you know, they're much different quality than Apple's. They're much less expensive, but they have the high, mids, and low speakers in each one of the buds. So it like creates this, it's pretty amazing. And so to be able to hear something with that crystal clear, and you can hear the individual parts, and that is, I mean, having access to a mix like that is just incredible,
Yep.
because you do,
I
like
agree.
you say, you start to hear things just like, wow, what, I don't remember. Like this is the headphones that made me crazy with the tambourines on that Sheila E. song on Romance 1600, where
Yeah.
there's this tambourine that's just like chang 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 chang. It's like there's like no, it doesn't seem like there's any rhyme or reason to this
It was
rogue
probably Sheila
tambourine track.
E.'s niece. She was 8 years old.
You're on a Prince song.
That's how things
Yeah,
happen. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
right.
that's
Yep.
All
probably
right.
what
That's
it
funny, man.
was, man.
Well,
Yep.
Steve,
Well,
thank you
oh, can
so
you
much.
hold on, Steve? Whoa,
Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking.
Oh yeah, I got a
Franklin
couple
was
tracks.
asking at 8:30. He said Steve Park needs to talk about that picture he took of Prince and the clear cloud guitar. I've never seen it. I didn't
No,
know there
that
was a
wasn't
clear
me. No, no,
cloud
no.
guitar.
That was actually Sam Jennings.
Oh,
And I
okay.
thought, I'll be honest with you, I thought it was AI, and I'll tell you why. Because it looks slightly. it looked weird. Like the tones were strange and things like that. But I would not. So I had a little chat with him about it just to find out. He's like, no, it was me. It was me. He goes, but you know how he liked to shoot. I said, uh-huh. And that explains a whole lot about that photo as far as some of the it just looks weird, like lighting and stuff. So he and I've talked about this before, but he was with me. He started with me like not. He had Jeff Katz out there before. He had all these
I
people
remember
that would
Jeff. Yeah.
set up lights and have crews and all that stuff. I didn't
Scott
have a
McCullough.
crew. Yeah, I didn't have lights. I didn't have any of that stuff. So he just assumed that when we shot, which I guess was true, coming from an illustration background, I could fix everything in the mix, and I did a lot of stuff to fix things up. But and I learned as I went. I learned, well, how can I position things better and all that in the moment, but still rarely got that opportunity to pull some actual lighting in and stuff. So I think when Sam, I know Sam had told me at one point that he asked him, he says, can you take pictures? And of course we're all like, okay, let's give it a shot. And I think Sam pretty much decided that was not for him. So
Sure.
but no, it was a real photo. Like I said, once he told me kind of the situation, I'm like, oh, I remember some of my earliest photos with him like that, where he still liked it because he saw something in it. So you had to work hard to try to pull something out of it so that you didn't feel embarrassed for yourself more than anything. It's like, that would not be the way I'd do it, but okay, you like it. So there you go. We got to make it work.
Yeah.
So.
And it was hard to cover yourself when you got Prince breathing over your shoulder constantly.
Oh my God. Yeah. People don't
Yeah.
get that either. It's like, the camera I worked with didn't, it was like a film camera because you couldn't see it in the back, even though it was a digital camera, like early days. So like a film camera, you have to, I shot with film for a long time, so I kind of knew what I was doing, but the sensor was different, all that stuff. And you just had to hope that your exposure was at least good. And, I take that little card out and put it in the laptop, and he is right behind me. So he is going to see it the same time I see it, which is nerve wracking,
Yes.
but you learn to just go, well, that's what it's going to be. So we're just going to see how it goes. That's all you can do.
Listen, I will just say that was the same experience for me in the studio early on.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm in the studio with Levi, Sonny, Prince, Kirk's on percussion over here, Barbarella's over there. And, it's the pressure to be perfect right away.
Yep.
It's that thing. That
Absolutely.
That because literally the buck stopped wherever Prince stopped it. He answered to no person.
Yep.
So you're constantly dealing in an intimate space with the ultimate authority. It's
who could do most things.
Yes.
I was.
If you didn't do it, he'd do it for you and say like
That's
this.
Right. That's right. The difference with me was that he couldn't, and so that did give me some leeway.
Okay.
And I'll never forget. I remember Morris coming up one night and just being like, "I'm so glad you're here. We finally get a break."
I'll bet.
Because that's it. Because he would spend more time with me during that week, But and that's it. I had the good fortune to not be a musician with him.
Yeah, being a musician with him, it's like it's like an exculpatory mission.
Yeah, absolutely.
Constantly happening. And because of that perfection, you could feel it. I could feel it already, that it's like before I put my hands down, I'd look up, I'd look around, and it'd be like, you better play something that you better say something with your instrument here. Early on, I'd freeze. And Prince would say, hey, man, he'd say, just put your hands down. You're going to have to, don't worry about, it's just, we're just trying to see if it's going to work. Like, don't be so bent out of shape over it. He's like, you won't find the street till you find the city. You have to explore. You have to go, and he broke me of that, within the first year or so. From then I was never afraid to just put my hands down and go somewhere,
Yep.
Yeah.
I love hearing that, some of the stories, some of the background stuff. It kind of really gives us, more insight into of that man.
I never know who cares about what. They're all.
We all care about it all. That's
they
part
want
of
it all. I'm a
Exactly.
Prince fan. Yes, give it to me. Give me all the rest of the stories.
That's been the topic of
I
the
want-
whole
yes.
show.
If I can just have the rest of your stories, Mr. Bland, then I can die happy.
Steve, I thank you so much for taking time for pausing
my
your
pleasure.
work and
Yes.
coming in. And
Nice
just
to
so
see
you
you.
know, that link is always live, is always a live backdoor for all the shows. So anytime that you feel like you want to stop in and go, hey, I got something to say, please feel free to use it.
I'll make sure to put it somewhere this time so I can find it again. That was my problem. I'm like, I don't know where that is right now. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Steve. Thank you so
All right.
much, ladies and gentlemen.
You're
The
good,
great Steve
All
Clark.
Hey, thank you guys. Have a good night.
You
Have
too.
a good night. Get back to work.
Bye.
Uh-huh.
The dude, the man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, so I mean, there's that. Now, one of the things we were talking about. So, if anybody had any type of further insight on the Round the World today, I don't know where else more can be said. That's what you're getting.
Well, no, not only
Be
that.
excited and get ready.
I'm seeing people who are actually perfectly fine with it over here in the comments. I've been paying attention. Some
They're coming
people are
around.
saying-
They're coming
well,
around.
I mean, because it's really, yes.
Because
They're
I
coming
think
around.
I think there was a lot more negativity when we first started this conversation, and it started it started teetering towards the
Sure.
more positive
Yeah,
as
it's
the way we
lightened
talked
up.
about it. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think just people just need that ability to kind of just be able to vent a little and kind
I
of
get it, man. I just, it's like,
talk,
you're talking
talk it
about-
out. Talk it
yes,
out.
but I mean, again, you're talking about a guy who pretty much released a new album every year while he was alive. You know,
Right.
I mean, there's a lot in his official catalog. You know,
Mhm.
like Prince over delivered.
Yeah,
like,
and he
you-
would
you-
have delivered way more if they'd have let him, but they just
Yes, perhaps.
yeah.
But I think that had he had the freedom, he would have used more restraint.
Corey Covington says people just want new unreleased music. Yeah, I agree. But here's the thing. Earlier we were talking about the inclusion or the NPG Music Club, which for those that don't know, new Prince fans, any young guns in the house, NPG Music Club was a online music organization that basically was a subscription model that Prince had set up, and every month he would give you audio shows, AHDIO audio shows, where it would be like an hour or 2 hours or whatever it was, shows where he shared a bunch of different music, not just his music, but also music that he was working on or that he was digging at the time, and a lot of weirdness and whatnot. And he also gave lots of downloadable music and unreleased tracks and whatnot. And of course, he was way ahead of his time, and the technology just couldn't keep up, because you would have an hour's worth of music and you essentially start downloading it and went to bed, because it was just there was just not, you just had to sit and wait for it to all download,
Sure.
Including the Rainbow Children album and everything else. That went away, and now, according to Londell, it is being brought back out. It is in the pipeline right now, according to Rodney, who said it is in the pipeline. It is in the works. It is happening. So NPG Music Club is going to come back. And once it does, if it's going to be operating in the same vein that the previous NPG Music Club did, you're going to get that regular drips of unreleased music and tracks that you really want to hear, and those show clips and the concert clips and all that stuff. And now that technology is where it needs to be in order for this to be a really big success, you might have the capability to be able to download full entire concert footage and shows and stuff, and the revenue that would create for the estate would just be phenomenal. And so I'm really excited about that, because if that's a success, which I don't see how it could not be, but we just have to see the execution. When that hits, you're going to get a lot of the stuff that you want, and I think it will be at a regular pace, and the pacing has got to be right too. Obviously, if it's going to be a monthly subscription, they've got to give you something every single month. You can't just have a monthly subscription and then not do anything for months.
Sure.
Like this year, where we've gotten 2 singles the entire year, and here we are in the middle of September. this will be something that they will be forced to have to deliver on every single month. So,
okay. Well, I'm commitment phobic. So if they're willing to actually, make such a declaration, more power to them,
Yeah. Well, I'm excited about it. I'll be looking forward to it. For right now, we have to look forward to the remastering of Around the World in a Day. And of course, when it hits, we'll do a show about it. We'll review it, and I may fly up to Michael's house, and maybe we sit in his living room and listen to it, and then give you a full review of how so we can experience
over
it
some
together.
lemon pepper chicken wings.
Absolutely.
All you're gonna hear is just I think that's new. Yeah, no. Temptation really sounds great. No, I know. I can hear the highs much better. And there's a little more extra bass frequency going on. And
but there is other stuff that's going on, by the way. We're going to move away from the Around the World in a Day topic. We'll talk about the Paisley Park is doing events. For those that may have tuned into the show late, Paisley Park got a little bit of commercial during the football game for the Falcons and the Vikings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they did a drone fly through of some of Paisley Park. And because not every city gets every single team, but if you were in Atlanta or Minneapolis, you saw it. Anywhere else, maybe not. Well, actually, no, it was everywhere because it was a Monday night game. So, a Sunday night game. But here it is, in case you did miss it. Here it is.
Tonight's SNF sights are provided by Nationwide. Picture of Paisley Park, originally built by Minnesota's own Prince. Now a museum. People from all over the globe love his music, love his wonderful talents over the years. Come to check it out. What an artist. Fourth quarter here in Minnesota. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. 12-6.
That's like a cameo track or something, man. I don't know what it is.
I keep hearing it, waiting for it.
That's right.
Ow.
How my tried.
Yes, Miho Takayama. Miho Takayama, I have not seen you in so long. She's been out in the wilderness making syrup.
Who is this?
Miho Takayama, the greatest of all times. Yes. You can come over the house for wings anytime, Miho Takayama. My house is your house.
Was that? Oh,
848. Yeah.
We can put everything. I was trying to find the clip of that cameo set. This is actually I stemmed out the vocals for Slave's. Everybody knows Slide from Slave.
To the left, go.
Yeah. It's I actually stemmed out that beginning part. The vocals, it just sounds so funny. Let me see if we can hear this.
I ain't gonna bite you. I just want you to hang on.
What?
I ain't gonna bite you. I just want you to hang on. It's like, but I took out the bass and the drums, and it just sounds so funny.
I ain't gonna bite you. I just want you to hang on.
I'm trying to. Oh wow, that's some cameo.
No, that's Slave.
Oh, that's Slave.
That's Slave from Slide. That's the opening from Slide. Yeah. See, now I'm going to find it. If you guys want
these black guys sound the same to me. All that Jamba music sounds exactly the same.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Ow! Sugarfoot. Sugarfoot did that too. Ow! One day child.
But that's right. Oh, I can hear that too. One day child.
I won't have to listen to all your lies. I want to be free. He wanted to be free. Don't need your loving no more. Man, Sugarfoot's man, he was the dankest, man.
Oh my God. Ohio, they are just, that's still to this day what my all-time favorite slow song of all time, even above Prince songs, is Sweet Sticky Thing.
Yes.
That friggin' song is the meat and potatoes, dude. That song is amazing.
That's Cadillac music
version.
Yes.
That is the album version, not
Cat Glass
short
music,
singles.
yes.
Got to be the whole thing, dude. The
Pimp music. That's pimping.
thing.
Those are a bunch of pimps in a band.
Oh, yes.
Oh man.
Sweet.
Well, what are we doing, man? We got to
Yeah.
do
So,
tweet.
anyways, the reason why I did that, showed that fly through
Yeah.
of Paisley Park, was because they are also doing a little bit of an event called the Gold Experience 30th Anniversary.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out why you weren't invited.
Oh,
But
that's all right. I'm sure they meant to.
they meant it. It's
Yeah.
Paisley Park After Dark, the Gold Experience 30th Anniversary celebration. Get ready for a night of music, magic, and memories at Paisley Park as they honor the iconic album, The Gold Experience, with an unforgettable 30th anniversary celebration that's happening Thursday, September 26th. So 10-day.
Wait.
September 26th is not 10.
September 26th is a Friday. I know that because I have a show at the Paramount Center for the Arts in
So,
St. Cloud.
They did send out a correction. Let me double
All
check
right.
to make sure. Let me make sure that was what they corrected, because I think the other thing that they wanted to correct is that they had to correct the year on the concert thing. Let me make sure that's what
I see.
was corrected.
Can
Yes,
I ask-
they changed it to Friday, September 26th, and they also changed the year, because one of the things that the announcement says is it says it happens from 7 to 11 on Friday, September 26th. The event is only 18 and up, and it says just announced from what they're going to have from the vault. Rare snippets of concert footage from Prince's 1995 Gold Experience tour. There wasn't a gold. There was
So they called it something else. Ultimate something.
Yeah, it was the ultimate live experience.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. So, but anyways, so the ultimate live experience are going to be showing snippets of the concert footage from that. And then DJ Lenka is going to be there, and there's going to be food for purchase by People's Organic and full bartender services at NPG Cafe.
I like People's Organic, man. Their food is good. When I want something without the additives, I'm just saying People's Organic is on point.
Yeah. So if you want tickets, get ready. Here's the tickets. It is $62.25 to get in the door. And if you want to park on site, it's an additional $16.75. So if you got a Benjamin burning a hole in your pocket, grab a ticket to the show, on-site parking, and you'll have left over for maybe a whatever, Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, or or dollar menu McDonald's up the road.
A cheesecake. Yeah, it's got a couple pizza places around there too. But yeah, it's it's okay.
Great.
Yeah, there you go. 30th anniversary. So yeah, Lenka. I would love to have Lenka on the show. Matter of fact, I reached out to Lenka a couple of times, and she's always touring and out and about and whatever. And I don't know how.
That would be.
I talk to Lenka all the time. Whenever I see her at a show, I always hang out and we'll talk. So no reason why we can't even
absolutely
get her on the show, man. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Can I answer this Franklin Rush question and before we adjourn? It's at 8:53. He was asking about a deluxe edition of Gold Experience or Exodus.
Yes. Okay.
I think that most of what was recorded. Well, first off, we kind of started working on Come.
What's up, Damon D?
Oh.
Damon D's in the house.
Yeah, I was looking down. I didn't see it. Wait,
there's Damon right.
What's going on,
Damon D? And the Game Boys in the house.
Go ahead.
What
is it? The Day Wear, DD Wear, Day Wear,
Day Wear. Yeah. He's got some really dope hats and stuff that you need to pick up. Hey, Damon, share the link where people can pick up that stuff, and I'll put it up top here. So
check out the Day Wear. David.
Yeah, let's get you some shirt sales and some hat sales, brother.
Yeah.
We know always
gear's on point, man.
It's really, I mean, the embroidery on some of the hat stuff is great. But anyways, what were you saying about the Gold Experience? Go ahead.
Just that I mean, we kind of started. We didn't. Anybody from the Prince universe who worked with him musically will tell you that he didn't go, I'm making a record that does this, or I'm making a record that does, like, he was always writing. So you don't really know what songs are going to end up on what, I mean,
Mhm.
so we were working on songs that were on Come and the Gold Experience, all kind of at the same time,
Wow.
And then it was like, whoa, well, okay. Then there were so many songs that didn't make Come. I was like, what's he going to do with those? And they ended up on the Gold Experience. I mean, also with Exodus, my point is there's not a lot of random tracking during these periods. Like,
And you've said that a lot of times that you would go in for these mass sessions where you would be in there for the better part of a week just recording song after song after song after song.
oh yeah,
And you never knew where they were going to end up. They were just kind of just
even if they were going to come out, really.
Yeah.
So we had to sort of wait like everybody else to see like where things were going to fall. But what I'm saying is that there are a few unreleased songs from Exodus, I think. There's like, he redid Slave to the System on Emancipation.
Mm.
There's another version of that song where Sonny is actually singing, and it's kind of rock and roll. It's like it's kind of a riff. But there's also a song called It Takes Three that I remember us recording.
Wasn't that for that rapper 99 or whatever that she ended up using?
Been.
Yeah,
99, she was awesome, man. She was really great.
Yeah, there's a whole album of her. You've heard her. Yeah, you've heard her because what's the song that she's on?
She's on Days of Wild. She's on Love Sign. She's on Time is Passing. Passing is Time. That's 9.
Yeah. That's right.
And,
that's right.
Diss Me. That's
right.
That's 99.
Yeah, and she was also she was in that Robin Power era. They did a lot of back and forth and whatever. Yeah,
she was great though.
Exodus, stuff. It is.
Most of that stuff came out is my point. Really, it's all kind of out there. There were okay. Vass is right. There are versions of like Acknowledge Me and Mad. Like I actually I commandeered those sessions, or not commandeered. Actually, there was an engineer there. It was just me and Sonny and somebody there to engineer. Is what actually happened.
Shout out to Vass Christian for sticking with us, because he's out of London. It's like 3:00 in the morning where you are right now. Dude.
Yeah, man. He might.
All right, man.
He might have to get up and go get some shawarma.
That sounds amazing. Shawarma would be great.
That's the first time I had shawarma while I was in London.
Oh man, that's
delicious. It's 3 a.m. He says. Okay,
it's 3 a.m.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say, it's been. How was your show? You had a show this past weekend, didn't you? Or is it?
I'm trying to remember.
Oh no, you had you shared a clip. You shared a clip, and I was like, did I miss the show? You shared a clip on your Instagram.
Oh no, that I'm just advertising these shows that we have coming up. That's all.
Oh yeah, because that was I don't know that I have, and might as well do that. Well, give me just a second. Let me pull up that. Let me pull up that. Got? Well, I got to pull up those screens from last week. That kind of talks about those shows. Might as well.
Rico's in the know. He knows. 21st night of September. We're playing at Crooners. That's right, man.
Yeah, I just want to make why is it showing everything? I don't want everything.
That's very nice, but
let's go through it all. Yeah,
there I go. There we go.
There we go.
Here we are. Yes,
there it is.
That's going to be this coming Sunday.
Yep, this coming Sunday, the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's right,
under the musical direction of Michael Bland. Got G Sharp and JB in the house. Mark Lichtig is like
all these cats. Yeah, Urban Classic is the name of my band.
Tommy Barbarella's in.
That's right.
Ron Long and
Long, man.
So that's Sunday, September 21st, and that is, if you're in the Minneapolis area, you can go to what was that address again? I can't see it. Crooners.
Sorry, somebody's calling me.
That's all right.
How that happened.
It's Crooners Lounge. No.
Crooners, it's actually if you want tickets, it's www.croonersloungemn. Like from Minnesota.com. Yes.
That's CROONERS loungemn.com if you want to go and hang out with Michael. And let me just tell you,
and Barbarella.
And just the whole crew. And what's really awesome is Michael is very approachable. He always will spend time with you and talk with you and stuff. So if you go and you want to meet him, you definitely hang out. Tommy, not so much.
Yeah, well, he's busy changing his clothes in the back. I come with what I'm going to play in.
Right.
He actually
He got the hot roller going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's getting his eyeliner together.
And if you can't make this Sunday, then
then come on up to St. Cloud on Friday, September 26th. Yes, that's our first time playing this venue. I played there with Soul Asylum once before. It's a beautiful venue. St. Cloud, Minnesota, Paramount Center for the Arts, Friday, September 26th. Urban Classic presents the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh boy, it's so hot.
Man, you got.
I wish everybody could see my band.
Oh man, it's gonna be great, amazing.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it, man.
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us on this unexpected Tuesday. We said we weren't going to do a show this Tuesday. We lied. And that's kind of, this just happens. We say, oh, we're going to take it off. But then as the day kind of goes, you're like, really kind of would like to do a show, maybe.
Why not? It's cathartic, man.
We love hanging out with you folks, man. We really do. It's a lot of fun. Just to kind of do some of the wrap up and whatnot, please make sure that you support Funkatopia. Go to patreon.com/Funkatopia, patreon.com/Funkatopia, Funkatopia, because it really kind of helps to support the show. And on top of that, I give you nice little digital gifts every month, and then you get physical gifts, annually, and you get discounts in the store at Funkatopia.com/shop.
Yes,
we've got some new shirts and new things that are coming as well. So you guys are going to be really excited about this new partnership that we got, that I'm working on, that I'm going to be putting up all kinds of crazy designs for Funkatopia, like all kinds of different types of styles and stuff to celebrate 20 years. We're going to have designs and stuff that feature myself and Michael. We've been talking about some of that stuff. We're going to work on some of those designs and whatnot. But what's cool is that this partnership that we have, we'll be able to actually put those designs like immediately on shirts with this new scenario that we have. Really, really high quality stuff too. And I'm really excited about just being able to get you a bunch of really cool stuff. Just like the NFL, you have like all these crazy designs, and if even on a whim we want to put something out, we can just go pow and make it. And
that's power, man. Definitely.
We'd love to be able to do that stuff. And of course, download the Funked Up app. You can go to the iPhone, the Apple Store, and the Google Play Store, and look up Funked Up. That's FUNKED UP, Funked Up, or you can just search for Funkatopia there and you'll find it. And it's a free 24/7 radio station that is both ASCAP licensed and global music rights licensed. So all the artists are being taken care of. It's not a station where we're playing around. We're making sure the artists are taken care of. And it's free. There is some stuff that you can actually participate in to kind of give you a little bit of an extra station as well. On top of that, any show that you missed, like any interviews and stuff, when you first log into the app, it's all right there. You can listen to these shows on the app, not the video version, the audio version. And if you missed anything, head to Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your streaming music, and it's all there. It's all there. So I hope you guys had a fantastic time. It was amazing hanging out with you. I love love hanging out with you folks. I'm your host, Mr. Christopher. This is the co-host, Mr. Michael Bland, the legendary. Look at him. That is the legendary NPG/Soul Asylum God.
The incendiary.
Mr. Michael Bland. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Get some rest. We're still in the middle of the work week, folks.
Yes, sir.
We got to go. See you later. Adios, amigos. Amigos.